Hello! I know you were probably expecting another episode of my award-winning Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, but the patron saint of computers, Saint Isidore of Seville, was not looking fondly upon me. My computer suddenly crapped out on me. Thankfully, my wife is a computer genius, but less thankfully, it seemed to be beyond even her skill, which is way beyond my skill. All I bring to the table with that is looking concerned and handing people things. Therefore, as I fervently pray for Micro Center to get my data back onto my external hard drive so's I can access it, the content gods demand content. With that in mind, here's another cooking video. My emergency low-carb migas. Alright, so to start off, we're gonna crack open our 2 eggs here. I crack eggs kinda slow. If you see a cut, it was just me throwing it into the trash. I missed one of them. And we're gonna throw in some cumin, because I think that will play real nice with migas. It did, by the way. I'm looking for the pepper here. And there it is. Throw in some salt. Now for the pepper. Finally, the cumin. Good stuff. Now gonna look at the protein chips here. These are what makes it keto, because, you know, migas normally made with regular tortilla chips. These are very low carb. This recipe that I'm making is about 10 carbs for the whole thing. So if you want some migas and you're watching your carbs, go for it. Gonna stir the eggs. Now the beauty part about scrambled eggs is that no matter how you do it, you're doing it wrong. Everyone has an opinion as to how scrambled eggs are to be made, and they are all fiercely territorial about them. It's going to look like there's a lot of oil around the eggs, but that's fine. We'll definitely be sopping that stuff up. So just kind of gonna stir it around, incorporate some of that oil. Gonna move that over, because we got some extra sharp cheddar. Now normally, I'm not a huge devotee of the argument that you shouldn't use bagged cheese ever. I would say it depends on what you're cooking. For something like this, I would I would grate my own cheese. Just because you're going to want it to melt. You're not going to have as much time to get that thing up to heat. If you're making like a casserole or something, or a lasagna, bagged cheese all the way. I couldn't find my standalone grater that looks like a guitar and is handheld, so I'm just using this box grater. And I'm eventually going to decide to make bigger slices, because that'll use up more cheese quicker, I think. I don't know the science on that, but it sounds good. We got a healthy clutch of cheese in there. And this right here is a 1/4 cup of mild Ro-Tel. Gonna put that in there. I know some people just put in tomatoes, but I also like the green chilies. Had a lot of nice flavor there. Gonna stir that all in. Also, I have it on kind of a low temperature, but if I were cooking myself, I would have it higher. I just also have to account for the recording and the on-the-go mise en place. Anyway, we're gonna open that, set that aside. Gonna do a little more stirring of the eggs. I've probably already angered several chefs with my egg technique by now. I'm gonna drop in the protein chips. I'm not a huge fan of these as a standalone chip. I feel like they are too crumbly. They are not super flavorful. They don't really scratch the itch for me. But when I saw a Migas recipe, I was like, hey, those protein chips wouldn't be half bad for that. Anyway, just gonna break up the chips a little more in there. I kind of had to grab something at the store on the way once I decided to do this. Normally I prefer the Quest brand of chips, the loaded taco flavor, because that also goes really well in this. If I was using that, I would have used more cheese, but that's nacho cheese flavors, so it's already bringing some cheese to the table. Gonna drop it into a bowl. Gonna take a bite and I am gonna love it. And it was really good. So there, if you want to make migas with fewer carbs, get yourself some of those protein chips. The Atkins protein chips are a little higher carb. I want to say the Quest ones have like 4 or 5. So you could probably knock the carb count on this down to 6 or 7 maybe. The Ro-Tel has 2.5 carbs, as I did it. And I mean eggs, cheese, none of that has much in the way of carbs. So it's, I don't know if it's keto. I don't know if there's like a definition for keto, but I'm going to stop short of calling it that. But what I can tell you about it, it is absolutely delicious. You should make it. If you are low carb and are missing migas, make this. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm hoping to get my LPs back. If not, I will figure something out. This has been 3 Roads Gaming. I sure am glad the road brought you here. Hope it brings you back my way soon. Have a good one, everybody.